close to a human and human behavior. Be ready to get confused. And me and my head after, there's definitely no logic to human behavior.
Hey guys, Youngblood Fantasy 91 here with a co-op rant of sorts. I have a special guest. Introduce yourself, please.
Golden Dahlia, everyone. This is MrSirRaven. I'm recording this call because I just found out about what we're doing this rant on, and let's just say this has made both of us just like we're speechless.
I have no words to describe because, if it wasn't for this guy sending me a PM telling me, you should watch this because I think I improved, I wouldn't be angry right now, but he had to shove it down my throat. Curiosity got the best of me, and a lot of people send me their commentaries anyway, so I figured this is nothing new. This will probably be just one of your run-of-the-mill bad commentaries, but no, this surpassed bad.
And so the thing is there's a guy named JakCooperthePlumber, and for some reason he's tagged to me because I get messages from other people who apparently have to deal with him, and for some reason it's my fault. For some reason I'm his parent. So I got the message too about a commentary put on Blip TV. Now, what followed was shock, rage, speechlessness, and trying to contain a lust for blood from both of us.
Yeah. Let me give you the lowdown, guys. I know you guys have seen my commentary on April and Wayne's show, and I did a commentary regarding how they think metal music is satanic, and that's patently false, religious, extremism, blah, blah, blah. So, when I first saw the title, it said, Religious Folk Oh My, or something like that.
I got it. It's Religious Homophobes Run for the Hills.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. that was way off, but at least I got the general gist of it.
Doesn't matter. You could swap that in. It doesn't really matter.
Sure. But anyway, so the title pretty much gave away that, yes, he stole the target from me. But that's not all he stole, ladies and gentlemen. He stole the exact video that I commentated on. And when I watched it, he said he was inspired by me. So I was led to believe that maybe he adapted his commentary based on my commentary because, I have a bunch of followers. I have a bunch of fans. Obviously, this would happen, but okay. I watched the video. The first half was him commentating on part 1. By the way, the whole video was 50 minutes in length, so I don't know if you guys can sit through boredom and pauses and bad points, but
I couldn't. I only sat through half of it, bro. I'm done. I couldn't.
I sat through 3/4 of it. I couldn't sit through the whole.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
You got farther than me.
I'm a marathon man, I'm telling you. But anyway, back to the video. So he makes a couple points. Those were exact, verbatim points that I've stated in my commentary, down to the T. He was struggling to pronounce the word progenitor. That's how much of a plagiarist he is. He stole my entire script and just repeated word for word what I said. And those were all the points in that part of the video. Every single point that he took were either my points, either reworded or exactly the same point. And he just said it exactly as I've said it. And I don't know about you fellas, but if I were to do that, if I were to steal MrSirRaven's points, okay, he would probably punch me in the face.
I would.
Because that means I did not write my own script, or that meant I was so uninspired that I just stole content from other people, or just stole stuff from other people, just to make ends meet with my commentary and to make it appear like it has good points. I don't understand this mentality. Why are you stealing word for word what I said just so you can make yourself look good? Look, I'm not a freaking, Creative Commons source. If you wanted to emulate me, at least put the effort in to actually write sentences on your own. Don't use me as a fountain for your own goddamn scripting. I am not a freaking, I am not, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because at this point, this is the worst bit of plagiarism I've seen. I've seen people steal points before, like with Dark Curl Patera and Swanton Bomb Rocker, but this takes the cake. I have never seen points that were just taken verbatim like this, exactly to the letter.
I can't even say that it's copy paste. It's more like clone. Like there's literally there's very minor variation in what he's saying, and including the fact of playing Christian metal to counteract. But he didn't even do that right, because guess what he played? Evanescence. Little tip for you: they don't like to be called Christian bands. In fact, they don't identify themselves as being a Christian metal band. I think they're like goth, hardcore, new metal, something like that. How did you mess up on something that easy?
I don't know what to tell you, man. I have so many emulators, but this is one of the worst. I've seen his previous commentary. I've seen the Plumber's previous commentary, and it was full of pauses and bad points. And I mean, at least he didn't freaking steal anything. At least not to my knowledge.
But then he said he was like highly inspired by you, me, and someone else. And you know what, Jack the Cooper? I mean this in the nicest way as possible. But seriously, get off my deck. Like I'm not even kidding. Like, okay, I'm from the Let's Play community. This has gone on like years. Like when I was still in the Let's Play community, I'd have a list of all the Let's Plays I was gonna do. Guess what he'd do? On his list, he put the same exact list. The first Let's Play I ever did, guess what his first Let's Play was? He copies the same exact things. He always has to get my approval of things, always asks me questions, always ask me, because apparently I'm some freaking fountain of gold to him. Dude, I'm just a half Icelandic, half Mexican person who lives in the United States and does stuff on the internet. Why are you freaking worshiping me? And same goes to Youngblood. Not the fact that he's half Mexican, half Icelandic. If that was, that'd be really weird, because that means we'd be twins. but like literally, I'm just shocked on how bad this was. The only like good thing I could take out of this commentary was the fact that he played Explosions in the Sky. And I love Explosions in the Sky. It's from How Strange Innocence, Glittering Blackness, my favorite song. But everything else about this commentary, it was copy paste. It was done pretty shabby, and another thing too is people, if you're gonna use like a Windows editing program, I'm so sick and tired of seeing that stupid ugly baby blue screen with either like Arial or Comic Sans or some basic font for your introduction or your cutaways that fade in, fade out. Mix that shit up. Seriously.
And that's not the half of it. There's lots of things that are wrong with his video. For one thing, when he ended part one abruptly, like what I Am Wolf did with his video. He just stopped it at the end and just said, "Oh, I'm done. Going to part two," because Youngblood neglected to do it.
I love how you use that word, neglected.
He said neglected. He's like, "You neglected." And you know what? The only reason why is because I made a crack at, the part two things. Like, yeah, I'll watch part two if I wanted to hear more superstition and bullcrap. That's what I said, implying that I'm not going to listen to it because it's just the same stuff that we've heard in part one. Literally, it's a retreading. Oh, this is the Illuminati. This is mind control. Other religions are false. You've heard this before. It was in part one. You're going to hear it again in part two.
No change.
So you know what he's trying to assign fault. I'm sorry for interrupting, but this is just angering me. I sat through part of it, and it was just him going, "Come on, man, seriously, and then he's pausing, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna change my avatar in the middle to Lelouch from Code Geass for no reason." Like, he was in a throw, one of his, like, angry throws, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm changing my avatar to Lelouch now." I'm like, what? What just happened?
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, his channel title thing, it used to be where we herp and derp. That's the description for the YouTube poop playlist that I have on my channel. So it's kind of obvious that he does like to copy a lot of stuff from me. So that could be a copy, a pretty blatant copy. I'm throwing it out there. If not, then chop, chop, chop. But whatever.
Yeah. See, the thing is, based on what you said, that pretty much shows that his copying thing is just so plausible, ingrained in him. It's so second nature that he doesn't feel any shame from it, and that's why it shows that he has this inordinate like for us. So he's copying us just to make himself look cool, just to emulate us, just to see if, he gets views. And then, the whole part two video was just him, restating the same points and just dragging on and pausing, as he usually does. That's his biggest fault, pausing. But the thing is, this is not your regular Jack Cooper the Plumber video. This is Jack Cooper the plumber, plus plagiarizing and stealing stuff from me. And do you honestly think that this will, like placate me in any way? Like, do you think this whole sucking up to me would actually impress me? No, it shows that you don't write scripts, you don't think things through, and
it just shows a complete lack of effort. Instead of looking for his own topic, something that he, that isn't covered that much, he goes for something that's already been covered, already been said, had the points said, very, very, very well. I'm trying to do English right here, but hard. But instead, he just cops out and says, well, I'm just going to do something else because someone else did it, and I'm going to emulate them because they're my heroes.
I don't know anymore. This is just...
Oh, and later on in the video, he states that most religious people are intolerant. Most Christians are intolerant. That it's not an absolute, but that's kind of a sweeping generalization right there, because a lot of Christians are in fact tolerant of homosexuality. Another thing too is he throws out homophobic when this video wasn't really even about homosexuality. It's about how metal is satanic.
Yeah, they only mentioned bisexuality once and how it's bad. But they only mentioned it once. The main focus was just that,
So
I mean, underestimating the points of the video, and then I can say that yes, religious extremists are terrible people. Extremists are terrible people, but I'm not going to say religious people are bad. That's what he failed to realize here. And then he said that Cutlass. What was the name of the band? It was called that.
Cutlass.
He said it was He said it was Christian rock. Like he said it was Christian metal, but it was really Christian hard rock.
Yeah, and then the Evanescence.
Given that I'm a music guy, you can't equate metal and hard rock.
They're not the same. They're not the same. There's obvious structural differences between both of them.
Yeah. This is yet another example of commentators who just try too hard to impress the people above when you really don't need to. I never had that in mind when I started doing commentaries. I just said to myself, I'll do them for fun.
I mean, when I started, did I honestly start making commentaries just so I can impress Youngblood? Fuck no! I could care less about that asshole. The only reason I did comments, no offense.
Hey!
The only reason I started making commentaries was because, I saw other people were enjoying it, and I love debating. So I figured, I'll combine my love of the internet, debating, and Bjork music, and I combine them together and do commentaries.
Jack Cooper the plumber, I've noticed he's very reactive to criticism, so if he ends up watching this video and if he gets angry at it, it's his own fault, because he showed it to me, he had the audacity to send it to me through my shared videos, inbox, and
he wanted it.
That's what happens. That's what happens. So I might make another rant video in the future regarding this, because another person did something similar, and he expected me to watch his commentary material. And again, the same result happened. His commentaries were crap, but at least he didn't steal lines from me.
It's just insane. I think the only reason that he made this was because he got off on a bad foot with his first commentaries, and then now he wanted to try to redeem himself by I'm going to do a commentary that I know someone who's really popular did over adequate commentary on, and then I'm going to try to emulate that so that way I could be, I could redeem myself. But instead, you just dug yourself a deeper hole.
Right. So I concluded by saying, Jack Cooper the plumber, get your ducks in a row and don't use me as Creative Commons material. I'm dead serious. It just makes you look like a pathetic waste of life.
And same here to me. Seriously, Jack Cooper the plumber, I understand that, I guess if you want to call me a friend, that's cool, but you really just kind of need to leave me alone. But I'm serious. You stop riding my dick. Just stop riding my dick.
No matter how unique or exotic it may be.
Oh, well. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, shit. All right, yeah, I think this rant has gone long enough. I think I've calmed Youngblood down enough. I probably still might need to calm him down by playing some Beatles after this.
Yes.
I'm not going to spoon you, though. I will not do that.
Don't worry. That would be kind of creepy anyway.
So, I guess that's it for this rant. So, this is MrSirRaven saying bless and chop, chop, chop. And Youngblood, I don't care if you don't end this Icelandic. You deserve to end it whatever way you want.
Thank you. This is Youngblood Fantasy 91. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all in the brighter later, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.
That still wasn't very Icelandic, but whatever.
Stop!